Have you ever wondered the best way to clean and maintain your tactical equipment like your backpack or your IFAK pouch? Today, we're going to tell you how. My name is Mike. I'm the founder of 14er Tactical. Whether you use your tactical gear in the military, as a law enforcement officer, or as an outdoor enthusiast, making sure it stays maintained and clean is critical for your performance. Tactical gear is designed to withstand many of the elements, to be very rugged and tough in a lot of different situations. But in order to keep it that way, you have to maintain it. Your tactical equipment is going to get dirty, it's going to get wet, probably going to get smelly at some point. So how do you take care of it? Let's talk about the best way to clean your tactical equipment. So say you go for a mountain bike ride, your tactical backpack's covered in mud. What are you going to do? Well, first thing you want to do is get all that mud off there. So grab the garden hose, go to the bathtub, use the shower head, whatever you need to do, get that mud off there, scrape it off with a little brush, for example, get it off. Here's our tactical backpack here, and what we would do, say you got mud there, get it all wet, get the mud right off there, and this one's pretty clean, but it could be dirty. Maybe I'll take it out later. All right, once you've got the topical dirt off, you're gonna wanna make sure and get any dirt that's stuffed inside the bag, anything like that out. You know, make sure, maybe grab a bucket, throw the tactical bag or the IFAK pouch in the bucket, soak it, make sure it's nice and clean. You might wanna add a little bit of detergent to the bucket, sometimes even just dish soap, a little bit of laundry detergent, that'll help quite a bit. Once your tactical gear is wet from washing, it's important to make sure that you dry it out properly. So what we like to do, open it right up, make sure air can get everywhere, and hang it from one of the straps. Maybe it's this grab strap, maybe it's the waistband. Hang it up somewhere, hang it up out in the sun, make sure it's not gonna rain so it gets wet again, but make sure it's hung up to dry. It can drip dry, it can dry with the air that's flowing through, and like I said, put it in the sun, it'll dry right out. Once your equipment's clean and dry, you're gonna wanna store it in the right place before your next adventure. So places to avoid storing it, let's start there. We're gonna avoid storing it in, like, on the floor in a wet basement, or like out in a garage where it could get a little bit wet and damp, maybe some mildew. Want to avoid places like that. The place you want to store it is a cool and dry place. So like an upstairs closet, maybe hanging in a closet. You could go, if you've got a storage space, you could store it in a bin to make sure that no weather gets to it. A lot of different ways, just make sure it's cool and dry. Different types of tactical equipment require different types of cleaning. For example, a tactical vest should not be soaked in water. It should be spot cleaned. A tactical backpack, like this one right here, and an IFAK pouch, it's fine to soak them in water. Get all the dirt out of them, however you best can. Before we get started, what are a couple supplies you're gonna need to clean your tactical gear? Number one, some detergent, whether it's laundry detergent or some dish detergent, maybe a small brush, a moist towelette or something for some spot cleaning if you've got a tactical vest, and just soap and water. Before we get started on cleaning your tactical gear, what are we gonna need? Well, number one thing we're gonna need, we're gonna have to get it wet. So we're gonna need some access to some water, whether it's in a bathtub, maybe you fill up a pail outside, use the water hose, whatever you need to do. Number two, you're gonna want a small brush, something to scrape the dirt off, maybe a vacuum cleaner, a vacuum attachment, get some of the deep-seated dirt out of there. And then number three, just a towel to wipe it off, do any spot cleaning. If you've got a tactical vest, you probably don't want to soak it completely, so you're going to want to take a towel, put some detergent on it, a little bit of water, and do some spot cleaning that way. As you're going through the cleaning of your gear, you're going to want to make sure and open it up and separate any elements that you can to make sure you get the dirt in all the cracks. So for this one, probably take our IFAK pouch right off. We would probably take this molly attachment off as well. I won't do it right now, but I want to open it up, make sure we can get inside, get everything cleaned out. Maintaining your tactical equipment is a small investment of time right now to make sure your gear stays good in the long run. By following these tips, you'll make sure your gear stays in tip-top shape and will be ready whenever you need it for your next adventure, for your next deployment, or on your daily job. If you want to learn more, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also check out more in-depth training tips on how to clean your gear on our blog at 14ertactical.com.